import the content into their preferred software and easily identify the content to translate. Don't forget to extract visual elements such as logos, graphs, and banners. This will accelerate the entire translation process while reducing costs and treatment times. Step 2 is identifying different service provider types. And it's easy to feel a little bit overwhelmed when you see the large number of services available. The key to making the right choice is understanding the different types of service provided. Automated service providers. Though their cost may seem attractive, automated translation providers can be used for basic vocabulary only and are reliable in limited instances. Indiscriminate use of automated translation can result in wrong words being used and cause serious harm to your brand image. Freelance translators are good translators who always work into their native language, hold a degree in translation, and specialize in one or more fields. Freelance translators offer a good quality to price ratio, but keep in mind that they can only translate up to 3,000. They tend to provide more comprehensive service, such as SEO or API. And finally, global linguistic companies. Such companies offer translation,